50s. I should have checked the weather. But I mean, opening the door, it doesn't feel like it's getting any warmer. It did feel a little bit warmer earlier because of the sun, but I feel like it's dropping in temperature over the day. And it was almost below, it almost got below 50 this morning. So, I don't know what happened to Cover Singers. It was going to be on. I was going to do a Lego at lunchtime, but I decided I didn't have enough time to even get started. And I thought I could do it now, but I'm like, you know what? I really need to do these. I don't know why I haven't done these. I've only done 2 out of the 9 boxes, so I got 7 boxes to do. I did make a video while I was waiting for Cover Slingers to start of the, what are they called, the little booger figures, the Treasure X Lava Tower playset. And then I sent a picture to Ruben Soto about it, and he was like, I need that. I'm like, I know. I just built it. I just opened it up and put it together and stuff. It's really fun. I really think they should make a game out of this, but that's for a later video, that set right there, the little tower set. All right, so I want to see what I'm getting here. I already got in my car is the not Megatron, Optimus. I took him to the beach. He liked it. So that was it Friday? Yeah, it's been too cold like since then. My gosh, it got really cold last night. I was like, brr, brr. Cats were all cuddled up next to me because it was so cold. I did not bring the scissors. They're right over here, though. Let me just see if I can be lazy and roll over to it. Okay, they were over in the counter. Anyway, so I like to have one of these boxes, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I look at these and I'm like, do I really want these boxes? Like, dang. All right, so if you hear anything buzzing in the background, that's because the laundry machine, it gets to a certain phase, it starts buzz to tell you to come get your clothes out before they wrinkle. I don't care about wrinkles, so let them wrinkle while I care. So there's one of the boxes. So if you have not heard of Blokees, where have you been? This is Series 5, and they're amazing. Now, this is the first series I've ever seen on the American stores shelves, like Walmart, which is good timing. They're only like less than $5, like $4.88 for one box. I bought the entire 9-pack because that's the way I've always bought them from China. Right now, I'm not buying anything from China until we're done with this tariff war. Then that may end with the World War III. Who knows at this point? So this one's all in English, which I'm not used to seeing. That's one of the reasons I was wanting to save this box, because it's really interesting that it's English, English, English. The ones I'm used to getting are all in Japanese, and I have not been keeping the boxes to those either, because, why? All right, so that's what they look like. They are little figures. They are very much like the, what are they called? The action, I keep wanting to say Action Force. Action Masters from the 1989 Transformers line. Every time I think of it, it's like the 1989 Family Dollar line. That's where I found most of mine were at Family Dollar. Just like Star Years, most of mine that I got at Star Years were from Refco. Here's the directions for the special parts. Here's the directions for how to put together a basic figure. Inside these bags, this one is most likely the stand, little thing that tells you which figure you're going to get, and the hands. So talk to the hands. So they come with 2 different types of hands. It comes with the open hands, like the "Hi, how you doing" hands, and it also comes with the fist with the holes in them. And I like the fist with the holes in them because they hold things. I don't like the happy hands, the jazz hands. All right, so it comes with a stand. You don't really need the stand, but yeah, it comes in handy. Or should I say standy. All right, so all the pieces, like, you can't tell from the fist. You can tell that this isn't going to be maybe 1 or 2 different figures. Like, it's not going to be Optimus Prime because he's got blue hands. That's about it. I mean, you can't really tell who it's going to be. Not even Bumblebee because he's got yellow hands. Nope, he's got the same color hands. And if you had, like, the Scrapper and the Devastator figures, oh, it looks like Hound. There ain't nothing but a hound dog. No crying all the time. Now, this is the little thing I'm talking about. It's called a QR code. for the thing that I was building today, I was like, man, they need to do something like this and turn this into a Toys to Life game, because I miss Toys to Life, and I think it's a good time to reboot that whole thing. Toys to Life was fantastic. I loved the Disney ones. Disney Infinity was fun, and I love collecting the figures. Skylanders, I played a few of the games. They were good. I didn't like as much. It wasn't as open world, like say as Minecraft. I couldn't see around some things. It got a little frustrating. All right, to build these, the first thing I usually do is I find the chest and I find the shoulders. Now the shoulders are, the little pips go to the front and back. I don't probably want to explain this every time, because if I do all these today, which I may do, I don't know, my neighbor might come knock on the door and see if, she hasn't talked to me much since she got back. She just got back, I want to say Wednesday, and then Thursday I went down to Myrtle Beach to just hang out there and get comic books and just, you know, do my once a month Myrtle Beach thing. All right, now I got to figure out which one's the front and which one's the back. Let me see if there's any special things about this one. Hound does have an extra piece to put in, so you got to put a piece in his chest. All right, so here's his chest. Now this is kind of unusual. They usually don't have this extra piece with them. Here's his gun, so we won't need that for a while. There's a gray piece that needs to smoosh into his chest. Oh, it's like this. Okay. So let me see which the orientation is. So I don't know if they're doing this because the cog, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna make a cog series and they're gonna have to change this out to give it a cog and some light up abilities. They like to do light up ones, like after they make the basic run, then they like to make a light up run. And you light up my life. Like if you see the other figures that I have, like the jets, they're all a part of the light up series. All right, so just make sure that those little pips go into the, see the little places where they go into right here and here. If you got them in the front right, you should get them in the back right. Just make sure they're not crooked or anything, and then make sure before you squeeze it, like right there, that was a little bit off. It might have pushed it way off. There we go. So when you squeeze it together, you got up and down shoulder shrug motion. All right. So that's the only thing you have to know about that particular difference. The rest of them, they're like this, but I don't need the instructions. I thought they were going to start doing double joints by now. So if you haven't been collecting any of these, there's, in Japan, before they made these, evidently they made Ultraman. And even the Ultraman have gotten a lot better since the original ones. I don't have one of the original ones. I do have one of the older ones. They've gotten double jointed since then in the knees and in the elbows. And I thought they were going to do that at the Transformers, but this may have came out before that, because this I about said in Japan, in China, this already came out, and I just didn't get it. It came out before the movie, and I didn't get it because I thought the movie was going to be garbage. And I was like, I'll skip this wave. And then I saw the movie. I was like, oh no, it's actually good. So you hear that bzzz. All right, so the feet, you're going to need an extra piece for it. After I build this, I like to build the limbs and then put the limbs on. It makes it a lot easier. Now, the feet are usually the same for both sides, except for probably this bumblebee, they will be. You have to put one of these little clear pieces in. Here's the back of the leg, and you've had to find the front of the leg. Now, sometimes the legs are different from the front. Usually the backs are the same, like the left and the right are pretty much the same. Maybe Optimus Prime, a few of them may not be fitting that mold. And the only ones I've ever seen where the feet are different were on Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, of course. That's the only ones I can remember they were totally different. So that could be, it looks like that's going to be either left or right. I don't think there's any difference, but what you do is you put the front to the back. Put the front to the back, Jack. And then you put the, and I'm not sure. Hello, Princeton Phalanx. 59. So you have to put the clear piece in and then go, make sure it pop-ups like that. So I remember having a conversation with you, but I can't remember what it was about at this point. I do remember what phalanx, or not phalanx, the 59 stands for now, because I thought it was your age or how old or what year you were born. It wasn't. It was part of your Navy. You were in the Navy. All right, so sometimes you gotta look for the front of these, which may be painted. I don't think so far I can't tell. There's no front or back. Usually these are universal, except there may be paint on the front, so just look for that. Now, one of the things I think is interesting about these is they've already put these together. They're normally not together, and they're normally not with the triangle at the top and the rectangle, and I'm not sure which is which. So I'm going to put the triangle at the top of these and the rectangle away from the limbs just to keep myself universal. Usually there's a side that's like a Phillips head screwdriver and a smooth side. That's the difference. I'm going to put both of them on before I stick them in, then I won't get confused. I don't think it matters, just like it didn't matter before, but I have some OCD issues, I guess, because it's like, it matters to me. Oh, yeah, and I think I already said this, but these are pretty much the same. You can use one as the left or one as the right. It doesn't matter. Oh, also, just make sure that you are using the bending part, because it's easy to get confused and plug them in backwards. Make sure you plug them into where the bending part is in the back of the leg. Okay, triangle on top. So just make sure it clicks, and it did. So I got a right and a left leg. Now you could put them on. I would make sure you put them together first and then put them on. It's just a lot easier. And this is his legs. I think I saw Hound in the movie. I don't know. Has anybody else actually seen the movie? Blokees is pretty cool. I only have two. Not really into them. 2 series or 2 figures? Did you get yours at Walmart? Because for $4.88, I mean, it's like I might go. If I ever see them just staggering, I'm going to buy them because I don't want them to fail. I can always use the extras for something else. 2 figures. Did you get them from Walmart? Because they're $4.88 at Walmart. I was like, whoa, the first time they finally got them. All right, I'm going to have the box part go away from it. See, they didn't have the box and the triangle before. Yeah, they are neat. I do have fun putting them together. They're a pleasure to put together, not frustrating at all. All right, so like sometimes I get frustrated with some things I build. I don't remember what it was, but I got so frustrated one day with something. I was like, I can't do this. And I just gave up. Oh, it was that cardboard thing, and I told War made a cardboard. He made one of them. He has AliExpress, yeah. He has way more patience than I'll ever have. Because he put the whole cardboard ship together, and I was like, I can't do it. I'm just going to throw it across the room. But he took up my challenge, and he put it together. The pirate ship. Oh, I do have a pirate ship Lego thing I bought at Rose's the other day. I don't feel like going out to the car and get it because it's rainy looking, it's cold, it's yucky. I heard they had snow up in, I don't know where Rod is. I think he's in Michigan, maybe. Heard they had snow up there this morning. Got 2 more inches, like in April. Dang, that's crazy. So did you get on AliExpress? I did order individuals from AliExpress, the jets. I got the Acid Storm and Sunstorm from them because it was cheaper than just buying them without knowing what you're going to get. The only place I saw them before is at the comic book shop for $10 each for those. I did get one. I got Beachcomber, which was good because I don't have Beachcomber. And usually I put these on. Oh. KO G1 Megatron they released. It's based on the original US mold. They transform him halfway to get him through customs. No, I did not see that, but I can imagine that would be interesting because let me make sure this has got nothing printed on it. Because I think that would be an interesting thing that they need to make the. I doubt they'll do it, but what are they doing with the other ones? They're making like the G1s, but better. Streaker and metallic blue IDW Optimus Prime. IDW. Is that their version of the name of it? Because there's one that looks like Nemesis Prime, but they call it like IDW Optimus Prime. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's like, he looks like Sunstreaker to me. Let me see which way the shoulder pad's going for this. See, I'm used to the shoulder pads going down. They actually go sideways now, so that's why I'm a little confused. Because the older shoulder pads went, like, you had to go down on them. That's why I put up the arm on first, and then it kind of locks them into place. All right, whatever. And then last, but of course not least, is the head. Now, the head is a little more tricky on these than I'm used to. For some reason, I don't know. But he's on the AliExpress, but he's high priced. He's still cheaper than trying to. I had the original Megatron. I hated it so much. I remember selling it at this water park near me, that I used to go to all the time because me and my brother, we used to have a membership there in Carowinds. And I remember that one dude wanted to buy it, and I was like, well, I need money for college, so sure. And I sold it to him, and I remember, I just remember I just did not care for it. It was still I had it in the foam. I didn't have the original box for it. For some reason, this is always such a tight fit on these things. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't care for it. And I did have the original one. I didn't like it. I had the original Optimus ROM. I did like it, but anyway, the heads are a little bit hard to put together on these things. They're not like the Japanese ones. I always get them like that far apart because they're so much harder. Okay, well, that's about as best I'm going to do. It doesn't matter because the cup's still going to be the same size no matter what. All right, so this is Hound. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. It's got fantastic range of motion. That's another cool thing about these. They're like what I've always wanted in 1989 because I really liked the Action Masters, but they didn't have articulation in the arms except it just went around like this. The legs had pretty good articulation for back then. That was about it. These things are absolutely amazing. Now, I'm wondering if they are going to try to go double jointed with them. What's up, Scotty? Hey, Tats. And everyone in chat. Hey, I was wondering where, like, the Grayman wasn't having his show today, and I was like, well, all right, I guess I'll have him do this while my, oh, I forgot to put the gun in his hand. The bootleggers on AliExpress make cases too. Yeah, I mean, everything in China, I mean, they got all the original molds anyway, since everything's made in China. I have most of the Dinobots from the original G2. I like the G2 ones because of the colors, but the originals are really good. You're always going to end up with an extra one of these, by the way, guys. So I'm going to use this box right here. Since I cut it and made it look nice, put the parts in it. The hands are pretty universal. And the stands, because I don't need them. They stand fine without it. See? I mean, he stands great. All right, let's get another one here. Might have been an IDW Orion Pax. One of these is going to have the Optimus or Slight Orion Pax I had. He's the rare one. This one. So it's Optimus Prime Secret. Won't reissue them. I don't know why. I can recreate the molds in China. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, if they're not on the market, I don't care about. I don't care about. Well, you shouldn't buy knockoffs. I don't care. Either if they're not making them, someone else is willing to do it, I'll go with the people that are making it. That's the way I feel about knockoffs. People get really mad about knockoffs a lot of times. Oh, I didn't even look at this. Because usually they tell you what's coming next. Can't tell what that one is. I'd already seen it though. It's definitely got Sunstreakers in the new one. I definitely want Sunstreaker. But I can't buy anything now. I'm not buying anything from China right now because I'm not paying tariffs. I don't know if it's going to affect us directly, like if I buy from AliExpress. I have a feeling it will. And I don't need these extra ones. So, has anybody here actually bought anything from China since the tariffs went into effect? Because I'm concerned. Like this cool stuff, I usually get from China, from AliExpress. So I don't know how that's going to affect it. Bumblebee, or actually, technically, B127. Here's his little disc. It's like a Pog. Anybody ever remember Pogs? And I'm going to get his fist off. I'm going to take his hands. I'm going to put them in the box. I'm going to put this in the recycling bin. And this is the box that I'm putting stuff in. China last year, the last thing I bought from China was the Bratz Wildlife Safari Cade. Did you stop buying because prices or tariffs or something? Because I'm just curious. Because I buy them because they're cheap and, you know. And plus, it's kind of like the best way to go to get something. Here's his chest plate. All right, so here's his chest. And we're going to put the cups on. So, and if anybody else has bought from China since the tariffs started, or if you've looked at it and maybe like, I don't know if it'll tell you the tariffs until you check out, and then it'll say, oh, by the way, we knocked an extra, 125% on your order. Oh, okay, thanks. All right, this one doesn't have an extra plate on it, so that's good. Okay, make sure the little things are guided in place. Going in there. Hated their shipping, and oftentimes they will sell you something and then give you, when you finally get it, half of your order is missing. That's only happened to me twice, and both times AliExpress was more than willing to completely reimburse me. I ordered something that was missing just one little item in it, and they reimbursed the entire price and said just keep it. And then another time, somebody was trying to scam or something, because I ordered something that was too good to be true, and it really was. So this is one of the few times it was a scam, but AliExpress completely refunded the money. They sent a card instead, and I was like, what am I getting this card in the mail for? I don't understand. It was like a glittery collector card from something I'd never heard of. I was like, I didn't order this. And they just had it so they can prove that they sent something to me, but it definitely was not what I ordered. What's the ship? It's on. Oh. See, Phalanx was a video game I used to play back in the 80s on not Sega Genesis. What was it on? I think it was on regular Nintendo. Or was it on computer? I remember the game called Phalanx. I just can't remember what system it was on. It was... So let's see if Bumblebee's got like toe things, I think, because look at that. He does. He has toe things. I bought 2 little pony sets, and one of them my wife really worried. The main reason I bought the lot was for that, and it was missing. And did they refund your money, or was this not AliExpress? Because I don't know. I don't know who else is on there, but I mean, I don't know who else orders from, or where it's still. I've heard things about Temu that makes me squeamish about going anywhere near Temu. So I don't know if that was who it was or what. But Temu, like one of my friends was trying to get me to help him out by, signing up for Temu or something, and then get something free. It was part of their gimmicks to try to get more people to do it. So this is his toe thing. That was like a snail. It's really strange. And I ordered all these things, and I kept on saying, you gotta get this to get more points, and you're almost there, you're almost there, you're almost there. I was like, forget it. I'm like, I don't know why I'm almost there, and almost there, almost there. So I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. It's a scam. So I don't trust Temu at all. Although I've heard people had great results with it, and I've also heard, watch out for Temu, so, yeah. But when the seller canceled another order I placed as well, I got a refund. Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and you get nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I personally would hate that. It's like the other day I went bonkers because I waited for something. I set up. It was, oh, now we're coming at 9 o'clock. And by 9 o'clock, I'm like, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to bed. And they didn't even come till the next week. I was like, why can't the post people understand what they're doing? Oh, I'm trying to build the legs. I haven't built the crotch yet. I need to build the crotch next. So also in the crotch, there's one side it's printed. This is completely universal, so it doesn't matter which one's front or back on it. But the printed part goes on the front usually. I don't think I've ever seen an exception. It's a 20mm Gatling gun system. It looks like R2-D2. Wow. Yeah, okay, yeah, it kind of makes sense what the game, like the game was about, side shooting and, yeah, I can't, it's been so long, it's like all those side shooters kind of look the same, like Air Razor and stuff. Eventually, it's going to be nice enough where I can have a whole day to go through the building and pull the stuff out and get all my Sega Genesis games out and maybe put them on the shelf instead of CDs, because I've got all my CDs put onto a hard drive. I just need to keep them for legal reasons in case somebody goes, you don't have this movie. Why, yes, I do. So, let me double check these things. Okay. All right, so I try to put the boxes down. that. I'm going to put them on there first, so in case I forget halfway through it. Yep, so I got all my, like when I get a DVD, I usually rip it and then shrink it, because Handbrake is the way to shrink it. It's a program that shrinks your like 5 gigabytes down to like, you know, under a gigabyte. I don't notice any of the difference. The first time I did, I was like, I'm sure it's going to make it where it's like grainier sound quality. Nothing changed. I have a 55-inch TV, so I was like, man, I don't see any loss whatsoever. Here we go. Yeah, see, the skirts are just the right size where you're not really, you know, missing anything. Those feet look really strange. All right, this time I think I'll build his face first. Fun School India has a plastic truck that is simply a G.I. Joe band. I bought from eBay and I waited over a month and never got it. Ugh, that would suck. Yeah, I was just looking at a while ago, maybe doing a review on the I was so bad, yeah, about this G.I. Joe that I have. I'm gonna do it like this. If I put it on here first, maybe it'll go on better. I just got from, and I had a bunch of these back in the 90s. It was the Sergeant Savage. I just got one from, what is his name, Gojitron. It was still sealed in the package, still had the 2 for $5 KB Toys sticker on it. Let me delete their account. Yeah, they usually do that to cover their trail. Like that right there. Pretty good. And yeah, what was I saying about the thing? Oh, so you're talking about G.I. Joe, and I was thinking, man, I wish I would have collected the vehicles, because the figures are pretty easy to get a hold of these days. But the figures, I mean the vehicles, man, they're cool. And you're never going to find those figures. They have a really cool Jeep, but then their jet, they have this old World War II jet that they kind of updated for them, you know, the 90s, the extreme 90s. That's a really cool looking jet. And I'm gonna double check. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, because both of these arms that are universal, there's no front or back to these. So it can be the left or right arm. And sometimes the cuffs have paint on, like he had on the front. So you have to be careful about that. These are all completely the same. So this can be the left arm or the right arm. Yeah, the Fun School, don't they have, like, I've had a few of those figures. I just kept them on the car because I already had the loose figures. But don't they have for those, I'm just trying to check to make sure that I got which one's the front, which one's not the front. They're universal. Are they made out of a cheaper quality of plastic? Because I feel like I've heard something about those. And I got some at this resale store like 10, 20 years ago. I just thought, oh, it's cool that they're, you know, you can keep them in the package. Because I already have them out of the package. I just thought the package looks really good on them. But I noticed they were made by Fun School instead of Hasbro, which I think was Brazil or something. Yeah, I think the Fun School was a Brazilian company, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. There we go. All right, so here's B127. It's Indian. Oh. Well, I mean, I think they also sell it in Brazil, maybe. I don't know. Seems like anyway, I was reading something about it in one of my old Toy Fair magazines. So there's Bumblebee, or B127. Be all that you can, Bumblebee. All right, here is the 5th box I've opened from this set. Like I said, I already got Optimus Prime. I did get the special one, and the other guys in this container back here. What's his name? Ironhide. Ironhide's the other one I've already opened. At this point, these are just going to be thrown away anyway. I'm going to have boxes galore. Let me just throw the box on its side. Oh, we got Megatron, or D16 Cog. Or Or is there a D16 not cog? Nope. I'm wanting to see Sentinel Prime. That's the one I really want from this set. And Death Tracker reminds me of a Prime figure that was really cool. He had this incredibly cool, the way you folded him and folded, like you peeled off his basically an entire top of the car, and it kept folding inside of itself until it became the legs. I thought that was absolutely cool. And that's what it looks like. It reminds me of one of those. Okay, so we got the stand. They're all the same, so it doesn't matter. The hands, stand by your hands. Throw those down. These are the ones I want to stick in here. I like the fist. So Flanks, did you ever get any, like you got some Transformers. Do you also like G.I. Joe since, I don't know, since you're in the military? I'm just curious. My Uncle Boots like to read, like, comic books, like, what was it, like Weird War Tales and things like that. So my cousin, he was always, showing me the comic books he got from his uncle, or our uncle, but anyway, he was closer to that uncle than I was. Although Boots was right there, he was right there. Not inside the house. He brought his camper down here and put on our land. He lived down here until he died. And but Boots served in the Korean War, and that's another thing. This is weird to see this ball already attached. He served in the Korean War, and he definitely read a lot of war comics and Snuffy Smith and stuff like that. How do you feel about Transformers animated from 2007? Loved it. I hated those at first until I actually bought some. They were so completely fresh, like completely different. I thought these were the best thing of the new century. I wouldn't say versus G1, G2, or stuff from back then, but for the new stuff for the new century, I mean, those were absolutely amazing. They look like what they're supposed to look like, which shocked me. Now, not all of them were winners. Like the first Megatron, something was wrong with him. I mean, definitely. That gun on his side too, I'm like, can we not detach this thing? I mean, it's kind of in the way. It was a little bit too big. But other than that, I mean, those were absolutely bangers. And yeah, and there's that one guy, I think it was Sentinel Prime, that had the weird transformation for his leg, which was like, wow, this is really thinking outside the box, because how are they going to make these look all groovy and curvy and stuff from boxes? And they really, really, like, almost inside out transformation. Yeah, the show was a little different. Like the little girl that was a robot in the long run, stuff like that. I didn't watch the cartoon as much, but it was funny. My favorite character on the cartoon, I said movie, didn't I? Was definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. What was his name? He was my favorite, but I can't think of his name. The Triple Changer, because he had 3 different personalities. It was hilarious. He also had the head thing, like many faces from He-Man. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name, but Blitzwing. Why can I not think of that? Because he looks so different than the G1 Blitzwing, but yet so much alike the original one. But the whole 3 different personalities, hilarious. Loved that. That was so funny. Yeah. Here's his Pog. Did you get the Legacy United version of animated Bumblebee? Animated Prime, Prowl, and Bumblebee. I did get Prowl. I'm not sure. No, I didn't get Bumblebee. I got the original Bumblebee. He was fine. My original Prowl, his legs are all wanky and stuff. They're all like dangling, and he wore out pretty fast. Let me put it that way. Great toy, but he wore out pretty fast. So I did get Prowl, and the newer Prowl is very thick compared to the original, that's for sure. He's not as lanky and skinny. Jazz and Starscream. Jazz. Was Jazz a bad guy in the cartoon? It was so different. Because in the movie they changed everything. The movie was so confusing. The live action movie. Anime Legacy United Prime is one of the best Voyagers. It is. And the new one they just made, that's what I'm over there. That one's amazing. And I even got the black version because I liked it so much. Usually I don't get the repaints often, but that one I just liked it so much I got the repaint. And I got one of the repaints right here, the Toxic Waste Optimus Prime. I like him a lot, except his shoulders. I just don't like the shoulder on him or the original one. They did him in the original colors, the Nemesis Prime or whatever they want to call it, and the Toxic guy. I think it's the G2 character is what they're referencing. And yep, he is really cool. Alright, so the feet are the same for this one. Okay, let's get the clear pieces. So, what I'm talking about is, what I'm talking about is I never got from 2007 because I was a teenager when it came out. Yeah, I went pretty much hog wild for those. There we go, pop, pop. Uh-oh, I got a cat here looking at me. He's like, I want to go outside. He's like, well, you should have went outside earlier. Oh, I was about to say, I didn't forget something, did I? No, it just goes on the back after you're finished compressing the chest. What's up, Tom Tom? There's that Goldilocks. Here, let me pet him. I can tell which one it is when I pet him. I think it's Tom Tom because he raised his butt up to me. Tom Tom raises up whenever I pet him, and Goldilocks presses down like he's like, "Oh, I'm so scared. You're gonna pet me." And he wants to be petted. I got hair all over my arms now, my hands. So they look a lot alike, but they got very different personalities. Tom Tom's demanding, Goldilocks is sweet. All right, here's his crotch. Here's his crotch plates. Let me see if I missed a message when I was petting Tom Tom. Yeah, I think they've made at least 3 different versions of them so far, didn't they? Alright, so I got the crotch. I got the front showing. Now, these are the arms. Alright, I have to go watch my play baseball. You mean son playing baseball. Alright, I sold my, thanks for coming by, Tat. I sold my original Transformers animation around 2012 for almost nothing. I'm mad at myself for, yeah. Well, I mean, we all did that. I mean, we're either trying to get rid of stuff because we were moving or whatever. I mean, I often go, I don't know what I got anymore because I got rid of so much stuff to move. And it's like, I'm slowly buying some of it back, but I'm trying not to. But at the same time, it's like the Skylanders. I mean, I totally missed those when I got rid of them. Not at first because I didn't ever play the game, but the figures themselves were really cool. Oh, by the way, the legs are the same. There's left leg and right leg are pretty much exactly the same. All right, so let's put the legs on. If I ever do another video with these, like just for Transformers Tuesday, I need to show how he's similar but different from the other Megatron. Alright, let's put his head together. I expect him to go up in value because of the Universe Classics 2.0. Yeah, some of the Universe Classics weren't that good, like the Sideswipe and what was his name? The yellow version. They were basically the same one, just flip this, flip that. That's about what you did differently. Sunstreaker, but I cannot for the life of me get a hold of a Sunstreaker for under $50 from the last ones they made, and I was like, are you kidding me? Why are these so freaking much? Why can't I just find one? Why can't I go to Walmart and find it? They must have really make short packaged them, or I don't know what it is about Sunstreaker, but never saw him in retail. And every time I try to find him online, he's always $50 or over. It's like I'm not paying $50 for a $20 figure. That's what happened back in the day whenever Storm came out with the Mohawk, and I was like, I'm not paying you 4 times the price of her just because you went to the store a little bit early and got her. I know you want to go out, sweetie. Help. I know, sweetie. Had an issue with his paint being sticky and rubbing off. Oh, I do remember that. Go in there and eat something. and he still has the sticky paint. And I don't know how to fix that. I mean, I had a G.I. Joe that I got from the G.I. Joe Club back in the 90s. And unfortunately, it's the don't scratch my chair. It was basically it was like stealth, invisible, whatever, clear plastic. The softer clear plastic pieces became really sticky, like gummy. And you can even, when you're trying to handle it, your fingerprints get stuck on there. And I was like, man, I don't think there's a way to fix this. So, I wish there was, but, okay, rectangles go to the bottom. So I tried to figure it out. Back then we didn't have the internet in the 90s. So I think I just eventually got rid of it because I was like, I tried powdering it, I tried washing it, and I just couldn't soap, and I couldn't get it. And I got it in the 90s, but it went bad in the 90s too. It was like just right around the corner. Yeah, but this wasn't even paint on there. There was no paint on this one. It's just sticky. But you're talking about on the car. Probably it was melting it slowly. When I was a kid, I tried to paint one of my G.I. Joe figures with tester paints. Not only did it never did quite dry, it stayed sticky forever. So, yeah, I eventually got rid of those too. So, anyway, yeah, you don't want to use, like, say, enamel paints on anything nowadays. I don't use enamel paints at all. I use, because they've gotten a lot better with the water-based paints. All right, from what I saw, okay, see that's got one on the front. It slides to the side now. I gotta remember that. I think he's trying to scratch the front door. I got 4 more to build, but I could probably make it as a good stopping point. Okay, so this actually goes on his left arm. Universe 2.0 Ironhide had a sticky paint too. I never use enamels for figures. Yet Tamiya acrylic was one of the first ones I ever used. I had a purple jar of that stuff and let it cure. Sweetie. And I use, instead of letting it cure, I spray it on this thin coat. What is it called? It's a spray-on finisher. It's in the other room, but basically it seals sealant. That's what I'm trying to think. I'm trying sealant. It seals in the paint. Well, Mr. Cranky had just woke up, so I'm going to let him go out. Plus, I think I built enough of these for now. I've got 3 new ones. It was really strange. I hate having to do the monkey curl thing on him. See, they used to put the hole right here, but I guess people are like going, which one should I do it on, the outside or inside? I always had the hole on the outside, like for this position, the hole was on the outside. You can make it on the inside. Some people did that, but I always put it on the outside. And now they're making it on the back side, so it's universal, which, you know, for a business standpoint, that's a good idea. But for me, hate that. Tom, seriously? Tamiya's acrylics, they were expensive for one thing. While they can be thinned out with, well, stop it, actual alcohol. Oh, well, that explains why the purple looks so vibrant. Once it dries, it's really tough on its own and becomes water resistant. Oh, okay. Well, that explains it's not truly acrylic then, because I had only the purple jar, and I loved it. It was great. But it did wash out pretty easy. So that was the good thing about it. All right. I better go let him out. I may come on later. I just wanted to do this and build a few of these figures and just to, you know, enjoy this. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks for those people who joined me, and you know, maybe I'll join later. I don't know what time it is. See you later, alligator. All right. I'm like looking for another clock in here. There's no other clock in here.